Rolling, speed, action. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to do a full kind of walkthrough of me warming up just like I would before a show, before a performance, before, like even like a recording, something, even just to work on my voice. And this is how I do it for my voice. It's taken me years and a lot of grace to actually find a system that works for me. So if you don't have a system yet, that's totally fine. This is actually what it's for. And remember that by the grace of God, I can help you specifically with your instrument that God gave you, and figure out like a cool way for you to, warm up your voice wherever you're at right now. And if you're thinking like, okay, well, this isn't like totally for me, like I said before, I want you to think about this as a reference in the sense of like hearing how the voice works at different areas of the range. So even though your instrument might not be the same within range, kind of like a violin in comparison to, say, a guitar or a ukulele, there is a low and a high, and there are certain things that happen when you're playing at a low spot and a high spot. And that's kind of what I want you to hear. I did have it in my mind to like do something for, the all the voices, so lowest to highest, but I thought that that might be a little bit confusing. So remember, like I've said before, if you'd like to go deeper into this and this reference isn't enough, remember that we can do our video responses and I can help you there. But as far as it goes, let's get into it. I'm going to start warming up just like I would if I was going to do a performance, like I said, and then I'll talk about it and explain what I'm doing. So here we go. All right, so like what I'm doing right now is just warming up my voice. I'm being a little bit stronger in my lower range. I'm connecting it to my support by really like singing my vowels as if I'm speaking them. You know, how I like to think about it and how I like to teach it is when we are, you know, like speaking, that's our vocal cords meeting sufficiently, as far as I understand it. So if we're able to do that when we're singing, that's going to be awesome. So if we speak it rather than sing it, if you will, then that allows us to sing it well and allows us to be connected to our support. Now, I know that there are different viewpoints on that, and I understand that. This is what I found that works really well for me, and so that's why I am teaching it to you. So just food for thought, and let's see if this actually does help you. Remember your support, especially when you're sitting down. This is like kind of tough to do sometimes, is getting like a good kind of push forward on the belly is actually really cool if you can get that. Now, like I've explained before, now I'm going to go into the higher range, and I'm going to see with this kind of approach, I'm going to take it up higher where my second bridge is. I actually walked it up to where my voice actually starts to kick in with my support around A flat 3. It's going to be different for your voice. It could be similar around that kind of area, or totally different, especially if you're a lady. It's going to be like quite a bit higher. And when I say quite a bit higher, it's going to probably be around like a fifth higher from wherever that was. So that could be like E flat or something like that. But anyway, not to confuse you specifically, just know that it's going to be different or similar, or maybe even the same, which can be really cool. But anyway, what I'm going to do is now I'm going to go from my second passageway of the voice, where the voice changes registrations. I'm going to take it up from there, and then I'm going to walk it down, and I want you to hear it. I'm going to approach this with a very easy speech-like approach. So when I'm saying my vowels, I'm going for a word in my head. But anyway, I'll explain that a little bit more after I do it. So here we go. All right, so that's me going through my like uh, higher range, I would say, going up to my bridging kind of area. Now, I like to go up to this area and work it down from the top just to make sure that I'm not stressing myself up going, from the bottom to the top. Now, that is something really good to do if you have time. And I know that this workout actually takes a little bit, so I'm trying not to go too long on that. But that's another exercise that you can do, and maybe Lord willing, I'll have that one as well. But for now, what we're doing is forgive me for my pitch on some of those. I lost my focus for real. That's my bad. But hopefully you're still able to grab something from this. Remember, it is not auto-tuned, so when it's out of pitch, that is totally me. And when it is on, that is the grace of God right there. So let's keep going. From this point, after I go through my vowels in the kind of higher range for me, around my second bridge, my first bridge is like around E flat. I don't know if you heard my voice getting darker, but that can happen as well with your voice. And what's really cool is when you sing this way, or I'll say like when I started singing this way, I noticed that a lot of the singers that I really really dug, like Jeff Buckley, like Brendan Urie, like people that have passed on and now are with the Lord, Jackie Wilson, Sam Cooke, a lot of great singers. I started noticing that it seemed like there was kind of like a speech-like approach. The same way, not exactly. There are different kind of variations and different style choices, but it seems like there's this rootedness, no matter what, to the support, where it seems like there's communication. As long as I'm communicating, that's where it's at. But anyway, let's keep on going. So for my vowels, I'm thinking apricot when I sing A. I'm thinking about saying it and then holding back. For my ahs, I'm thinking awesome, awesome God, right? So then I'm thinking O, open the door, as if I was going to say that. And then for E, I was thinking easy, and it wasn't. I'll have to check back to see how bad it was on the pitch, but it didn't feel right. And then for oo, I was thinking oops, which can be really cool, and sometimes it doesn't really work out. I try to keep my oo very, very speech-like, how I would speak with it, just because I can mess up with that personally. But anyway, let's keep going. What I like to do next, after I've gone through this kind of like top range, where I'm like getting high within my range, for a girl, like, this is not difficult at all. It shouldn't be difficult. If it is, contact me, because that could be something else. But for guys, like, these are some heavy notes as we're going up. But anyway, what I like to do after going into this kind of range is then I like to go and work on my falsetto up in this next range. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll explain it. All right, now there are actually some other falsetto scales that I like to do. And with that one, I'm just trying to get connected to my higher notes and getting them on pitch and walking them down like I did before with the middle range. Now, I'm going to go through just like one more falsetto exercise because I think that there's some use from actually blending the registers, playing the, or I should say, singing from the full voice to the falsetto, where the full voice being, like what I'm speaking with and then stretching it all the way up. And I know that's like super ambiguous, and hopefully the other lessons have like helped you out with that. But at least for these purposes now, I want you to think about your full voice, your actual voice, going all the way up and staying connected throughout your range. When you allow your vocal cords to come apart just a little bit and they're just touching on the edges, if you will, that would be falsetto. So we really have like one voice, but we can do two things with it. And obviously we could do more things with it, but at least thinking vocally, I want you, like when we're singing, I want you to think about those two things, at least for now when you're training, to keep things a little bit simpler, and not to go all over the place. And I know that there are different viewpoints and all that kind of stuff, but can't get to every single one of them, especially because this lesson is running out of time. So I'm going to keep going, do some more falsetto exercises, and then of course, if you have any comments or any questions that you have, put it down in the comment section and I aim to get back to you. And then there's always the video responses as well. So here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my falsetto, and then I'm going to come up to the top with blending each of these, from the full voice to the falsetto. Let's do that again. Nope. Let's do it again. Hey! anticipated, but here we go. Let's go with ah. My bad. Nope, my bad again. That was not good. I cut that. Here we go. Open. Easy. Easy. So yeah, this exercise is intense. I don't know if you could see it on my face, but it is tough. And it's really, really, really cool to do, especially if you're learning how to bridge your full voice into your like falsetto range. I screwed it up and actually ended up doing more mixed voice stuff, and that was cool. Instead, like, think about this as like the next step from like bridging from your chest, or I should say bridging from your full voice into your falsetto. This would be the next step after that. But now that we've talked a little bit about that, I think that I could move on. So here we go. We've gone pretty high so far, at least for my voice. And I don't know how that sounded. Hopefully the compression is working for my interface. Lord willing, that'll be the case. But anyway, let's press on. So the next thing that I'd like to do after I've gone through my voice in this area, now obviously I take a little bit longer, but I don't want to spend too much more of your time because this has already gone super long. What I would like to do is to go through my lowest kind of range, or I should say around like where my support kicks in to where I have to work instead of like coasting. And you might find that with your voice as well. I'm super confident that you'll find that with your voice as well. There's going to be a certain point where you need to work. That's where I'm going in my voice, starting there, and then going to, I'll say, as far as I can take it, not being super tired. And then walk it back down. I'm going to do this for each of my vowels. That's going to be A. That's going to be A. That's going to be O. That's going to be E. And that's going to be U. At least the vowels that I'm showing you. I'm going to get some water first. Let's do that, starting with A. I'm trying to think of what kind of word I'm going to say. Apricot. Take it to my C. Lord willing. Apricot. A little iffy on that. I'm going to do that again. That was a little iffy too. I'm going to do it again. Yeah, for now I'm going to keep it there. I don't want to press it too much, but yeah, when you start developing your voice a little bit more, there's this like almost like a bridging or like a mixing between like this. It's really hard to explain, but there's a point where for the male voice, and I assume for the female voice in your specific range, that there's a point where the full voice and the falsetto, it's almost like you're singing falsetto, but you're not, and it's hard to explain. Phil Maferge does a great way of explaining it, but anyway, that's what I'm doing, is I'm actually like tapping into that place just because I'm tired. But anyway, I'm going to continue with ah in the lower, or starting at A flat 3. That was a little iffy, so I'm gonna do that one again. That was iffy again, so I'm gonna do that again. too. But I think I can move on with that one. Should I? Yeah, I'll move on with that one. All right. Now to O. Open that door. Yeah, that was iffy. Here we go again. Yeah, maybe being a little bit too hard with that. I'll do it again. Yeah, not really reaching it. I gotta be careful. Yeah, need to get some water for sure. Oh. Now I gotta do that again. There we go. Iffy, but I'm gonna keep going because I'm tired, dude. I haven't done this in a sec. Anyway, excuses. Okay. E. My bad. Excuse me. Yeah, that's iffy on the A flat. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. A little bit better. Not perfect though. Now let's do that again. See, that's why we warm up. We gotta get this stuff down. But we drink and we go. All right, last one. We got ooh. Ooh. My bad. Here we go. Ooh. My bad again. Here we go for ooh. Like I'm saying oops. Nope. Gotta get that right. It's getting stuck in my throat. I gotta get connected to my support again. I'll try that again with full voice. One more try with full voice. Drink some more water. I let go at the end, but that was about it. So that is like a full warm up that I would do from my lowest range to my middle range, or I should say like my my middle range, and then going up to my falsetto exercises, then going and like bridging from my middle to my top notes. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. And my apologies again for not going into too much falsetto, but there's quite a bit that can be had with falsetto, especially if we go one-on-one and do coaching that way. That will be like super, super helpful. Everybody's voice is different, so and everybody receives instruction a little bit differently. So even though there are some kind of general relationships between those kind of similarities. But anyway, thank you for watching this. Hopefully it's been helpful for you so that you can have an example of like somebody that's singing and using their voice. I wish I could have used it a little bit better, but hopefully this is a very real example, and so you can take what is good, leave out what is bad. Hopefully it wasn't too bad though, and hopefully God blesses you with it. Lord willing, this crooked stick, God will strike straight blows. But anyway, God bless you, and Lord willing, I will see you in the next lesson.